Hold on one second. I got to hit the record button here. An overview of what you can expect for HR Florida, and especially for the Expo Hall and all the different events that are going on there. We're going to spend about 15 minutes doing this, and if you have any questions, there's a chat feature in there. You can just send out some questions and so forth. My name is Roger Lear. I'm the sponsor chair. I've been doing it for about 9 years now, and got a pretty good handle on the expectations. And I know that as exhibitors and sponsors, first of all, we thank you so much for being part of this conference. But even more importantly, we understand how valuable it is to connect with decision-making HR professionals, and this conference this year is going to be loaded with them, and we will do everything we can to help you be very, very successful in the conference. So we'll get going. Terry is on board too. Terry's our conference administrator, and she's here to keep us straight as well. So anyway, as you know, the conference is in a couple weeks here, and what's interesting is this screen isn't moving. That's very interesting. But let me get that taken care of right there. The hotel is Hilton Bonnet Creek, and in Hilton Bonnet Creek, if you haven't been there before, it's hooked to the Waldorf Astoria, but most of the events that we do, except a few sessions, are handled at the Hilton Bonnet Creek, and that's where the Expo Hall is. Let me just get this slideshow rocking here. There we go. I've got like 16 different things going on in my office right now, so I'm apologize for that. But I think we're set now. But when you get to the Expo Hall, you have a couple options for setup, and I think that's very important, because some of you that want to set up and you don't have a lot to set up, you can actually set up on Monday morning. We are open at 7 a.m. and you can set up till 10:30 in the morning on Monday. So if you were planning on coming Sunday to set up, but you really don't need to use your Sunday, come Monday morning and you'll have some time to set up. But we're also open 2 to 6 on Sunday for setup. And if you had stuff shipped to the Expo Hall, it will be placed into where your booth is located. For those staying at the hotel, there's some information there for you there, and certainly the hotel's sold out, and this is going to be one of the largest HR Florida conferences we've had. Just to give you an idea, an overview of the conference, Sunday there is some sessions already. They have some pre-cons, things like that. There's a conference orientation for anybody that wants to go to that. There's discussion dens, concurrent sessions, and whatnot. This entire presentation too is recorded, and we'll put a link up so everybody can see it at one point. Monday, if you want to get up, there's an early morning boot camp, and it's from 6 to 6:30. But again, registration is open for exhibitors and sponsors to set up. This is kind of just an overall look through what's going on Monday. We have Ed Davis is our keynote speaker, who's awesome. The Expo Hall opens at 11. It closes at 7. We will be having the grand opening reception in the Expo Hall, which is an outstanding event, and beer, wine, appetizers will be served. All the attendees have received drink tickets for this event, and it's a very well done event. We actually will also this year we're featuring a singing group in this event, and very, very it should be very, very classy and very, very good. Monday night there's going to be a social. I'll talk about that in a second, and then a lot of different after-hour parties and so forth, which you guys will be hearing about. That's just the boot camp. The Monday night party, ironically, is called HR Rocks, and it's a band called the American Hot Rods. We have an HR Florida fundraiser coming in. It's from 8 to 11, and it's at the pavilion in the back. And this is the first time HR Florida's done something like this, but Corporate Synergies, my company, Orlando Jobs, and Lamco were all sponsoring this event. And we actually have this, the Corporate Synergies and Lamco are bringing in a look-alike Gene Simmons so you can get your picture taken with. And I think this will be a very, very big hit, but he'll also be cruising around the Expo Hall as well. And it's going to be a fun event. Tuesday, again, there's the fitness camp. There's still more registrations. General session is Cheryl Connolly. Right after that, the Expo Hall opens from 9 to 4 on Tuesday. That night there's the Greece experience, and that's the Tuesday night HR Florida party, and that's an awesome party too, and that's from 8 to 12. And it's a great networking opportunity there as well. So that's just the morning fitness. The Greece, it's the theme of the conference, and you'll see a lot of this is Greece and space. Those two things go together very well, I guess. So that's but no, the entertainment is all going to be skewed towards the Greece theme on Tuesday night. So, all righty. Wednesday, for sponsoring exhibitors, pretty much all you guys will be, already out because we close up on 4 o'clock on Tuesday. But Wednesday, there's still some other sessions. There is another general session and so forth, and then everybody leaves around 12:30. All right, so here's some things you need to know. Parking is $5 a day for self-parking, $26 for valet. Parking is going to be at a premium, as it always is. And for sponsors, a lot of times you guys are there early and coming and going and stuff like that. But just know that if you self-park, it's no matter what it says, it's $5, and that's all they'll charge you. There's an overflow lot, and it's at the Wyndham Grand Orlando Resort, which is right across the street, in the event that you need it. But they will also provide free transportation, or you can walk. It's not that far a walk. And the Wyndham's also honoring the $5 discounted parking rate. And I've parked in both garages, and both are fine, and both are good. And it's just, I know people get frustrated when they go and they see a garage closed. Just know right across the street, there's plenty of parking over there. So this year we do have Wi-Fi in the exhibit hall, and it's free. So that's a cool thing. And I think it's the first year we've ever had free Wi-Fi for everybody. So I very, very excited about that. And because that's one of the number one questions we get every year is what's the Wi-Fi password. And I'm not sure what that password's going to be, or if there even is going to be one, but it'll be in your registration packets and stuff like that. You guys know all about, it's business casual, or however you guys want to dress is fine. I mean, everybody can do whatever your booth theme wants to be. We're fine with it. So have fun with that. If you haven't downloaded the conference app, which our conference app sponsor this year is Sullivan, thank you very much. But on the conference app, this is an extremely valuable tool, and all the information, you want to download it and look to make sure that the information about your company is accurate and correct and everything that you want it to be. And I think, it's for either for your Android or Apple, you can go into the Play Store or the Apple Store and get that information.
When I get off this, I'll come down there.
Alrighty. In sponsor exhibitor registration, again, we have some registration on Sunday from 4 to 7. Monday it's 7 a.m. to 5, and then Tuesday. The registration for the Expo Hall is where it's a separate registration area, but it's where the attendees register as well. The registration is not in the Expo Hall itself. So you have to come outside the expo hall where the attendees register. There'll be a sponsor registration desk. In your registration packages, you'll have your badges, you'll have all your tickets for lunches and all that other stuff that you need there. And any questions you have, we'll have plenty of people to help you out with any of that stuff.
Hey, Roger, and I'm sorry to interrupt you, on that last slide, registration will actually be opened earlier than that if anyone happens to be on site. Since everybody's registering upstairs this year, it's going to open earlier. So if people come earlier, the desks will be open if that helps in any way.
Oh, well, excellent. Earlier the better is good. So, alrighty. Expo Hall set up and breakdown. And again, Sunday you can set up from 2 to 6, Monday from 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. And everybody usually gets that all done. You know, the breakdown time, this is the only thing that we ask. Everybody gets antsy around 3:20 on Tuesday. They want to go home and they want to, get out of there. It's, we're on our feet 2 straight days, so I get that. But we just ask very, very politely and seriously, please just don't break down till 4. And that's part of your agreement when you signed up for this conference that you would do that. And most everyone does a good job. The ones that broke down a little bit earlier last year, they'll never be seen again. But don't you guys worry about that. It wasn't any of you because you're not on this call. Just kidding. All right. The Expo Hall hours, Monday 11 to 7, and then the 5:30 to 7 again is that grand reception opening, and the networking is outstanding there. And then Tuesday from 9 to 4. And then at 3:15, prizes, we do the drawing for prizes. And if you have a prize that's more than $300, we'll have a sheet and a sign up for that, and I'll bring you on stage, and you'll be able to either draw your prize or bring it up and tell who the winner is with a mic, and we have a huge crowd of people out there. It's a good opportunity to do that. If you want to do that, you don't have to, but that's a lot of people take advantage of that. And makes for good pictures too with the great prizes that you guys bring. I will say, and I appreciate it every year, some of the raffle items you guys bring are just amazing, and I think that that makes it exciting because it's kind of a treasure hunt for our attendees to see some of the things they potentially can win, and for our exhibitors it becomes a really good lead source. We really like that. So lunch tickets, depending on your level, most everybody gets 2 lunch tickets per day. I know a lot of you get 4 people into your booth. If you use all 4 of your lunch tickets on Monday, you'll have 0 lunch tickets on Tuesday. You can certainly buy additional lunch tickets for $45, but the reality is this, that lunch isn't a $45 lunch. I would just tell you there's plenty of places to eat, and Harvey's Bistro is a really good one just to go there, and they have sandwiches and the same thing, or there's a couple little shops out there too, and just send your people over there to get their lunches. Or you can buy it. We don't mind that either, and we can get those tickets for you. Or a lot of times you can find out if anybody's not using the lunch tickets and borrow from them, so you never know. Entertainment, we already talked about that. The Monday night party, HR Rocks. The Tuesday night party, the Big Griefs Extravaganza. There's some attendees parties, there's sponsor parties. You'll hear about a lot of different things going on all the time, and just have fun with that. Discussion dens. This year, we started this last year, but this year we've taken it up a notch. But there will be actual scheduled discussion dens, and these are very, very impromptu topics on certain things out there, HR-wise, whether it's on recruiting or some new law or something like that. But you'll see the topic, and you can join these discussion dens if you'd like, and go in there not to necessarily sell what you do, but add your expertise if it's a topic that you know something about. And anybody that's an exhibitor understands that if they go in there and try to sell something right away, they know that that's probably not the best way to do it. But building a relationship by your knowledge is outstanding. So that's a new thing, and there's a schedule of those discussion dens and the topics. Take a look at it and see what you find out. So this year we're very proud to select our charity as the Florida Veterans Foundation. This foundation, they provide financial assistance, mental, emotional, and social support to get veterans back on their feet and into society. And you will see a tremendous amount of veterans at this function, and there's a lot of stories behind the scenes that are going on, and I'm sure that we'll hear about some of those things as well. And I'm very excited about this particular charity. So the official hashtag for HR Florida this year is HR Florida 17. Please tag your pictures, and whether Twitter, Facebook, Snap, whatever, Instagram. The ambassadors are Alf and Allie. They're these two little aliens. They kind of go along with our space theme, and a lot of the chapters, the chapters around Florida have put videos together with these characters, and it really has been if you remember last year we had the Manny the Manatee. This year it's Alf and Allie the aliens. So it's kind of a cool little theme. So cool. But on behalf of our team, we just thank you again. We know you guys will have questions. We know that you're coming here to learn about different companies that you may not have known about, to meet great people and so forth. So we're here to try to help you out in any way we possibly can, and don't hesitate to keep reaching out to us and asking us. But I just can't thank my team enough, and I also Terry, who's on the call with us, who is she's the magic behind us. We're just this whole conference is set up with volunteers, and it's just a great group of people. So with that, that's all I have. Again, we recorded this thing, so I'll put a link out and send it out as well. It'll be on the website if you have any questions, but don't hesitate to ask. Did you get any questions, Terry?
I did not. I did not have any in the chat, so if anybody has any now, feel free.
Yeah, or you can just email Roger at Orlando Jobs, or you guys know how to reach out to me to get those. So thank you very much, and hope everybody has a great day.